Alright, here we are. Yellowstone. Still snowing. It's getting on towards the end of the day. We're starting to get a little something going on here. Got the boys here. Taylor in a hole. And the king of Yellowstone himself, Dr. Farah, digging a hole. And why are these two guys digging a hole? We are on our way to Snow Cave Paradise. It's a hell of a lot of work, but it sure does feel good after a really brutal day like we've had today.
It's a lot warmer the closer to hell you get. Got a pretty big pile right behind.
Alright, I'm still on my skis here, which means I'm likely to fall on my butt. Let's try to get a different perspective on the workmanship here. Alright, there we go. Dr. Farah sticking it in.
Indeed, making a door. Don't want to make the door too wide.
Sorry about the crazy camera work. I keep slipping on my skis.
There's a light on that, by the way, if it gets dark.
Okay, well, we're going to need it. Alright, here we are for an update. We started digging approximately 30 minutes ago. Taylor's working on the entrance over here. It's a much tighter hole. We want it to be small to keep the spindrift and the cold air out. The king of Yellowstone is digging out the main chamber. All right.
So we're probably about 30 minutes after the last video, shooting some digging of the cave. There's the lovely David Sellers.
We've actually got the two sort of connected.
Hi, Scott.
Connected, but not completely connected so you can crawl through.
Okay, I've got it big enough for 2 people. I just need to make it big enough for 3.
All right, I think it's time for Scott to take a break.
Yeah.
Maybe swap out some duties here. David is off doing some errand or another. It's night's falling, the snow's getting pretty heavy, but probably gonna get the snow cave built once we get everything kind of situated there in our shelter. Probably start contemplating dinner, but until then, we're just digging.
There you go.
Hey, Dave.
All right, about an hour into it. Get ready to get out of the snow. Not that I don't like the snow, but this is the entryway. Still got some refining to do, but here it goes.
So this is the entrance.
I'm gonna go ahead and make the connection, even though we need to do some improving in the long run.
Okay. So we've dug an entrance hole here, and it's a little bit lower than the floor of the cave, so the heat will, or the cold will flow out the hole here.
So, as an update, after our tent collapsed, we were not paying very close attention, and our one of the camping pads blew away. Scott surmised one of the two. David, whose skis were not being used, was kind enough to go get it for us. So, kudos to Dave.
Hooray! Camping pad.
Coming in through the darkness.
What a grand adventure.
You are a gentleman and a scholar, sir.
Well, thank you. I'd have to presume that I was the last one who touched it, though, so I'm just cleaning up my mess, I suppose.
Lamp.
Hey, Taylor. It's pretty cold in here, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty chilly, but we got our bags out. We got our
You can see the frost.
Shiny vapor barrier bags.
Very nice.
Ready to go. God willing, we'll sleep tight tonight.
All our stuff is piled there to keep the air out.
Bed bugs out.
That's right. All right. Good night. Been a brutal day. We made it only about 3.5 miles through waist-deep drifts up over top of the plateau. We're all
Tired.
and frosty, sitting here in camp. We got a pretty good camp. Lunch was awful. We had to lunch right up on top of things. Cold, wind blowing, too much snow. Everything's wet. I think Dave's there building his underground shelter for the night. So yeah, it was a rough one. This is Wednesday, so we're pretty much behind schedule, even though we're doing Plan B. It may take too long to get out, so. Okay, it's Thursday, and we finally got a little break in the weather. And here I'm trying to dry my gear off. Things getting pretty wet in the tent because it snows all the time. So I'm at a big burn area. Up all the way. The lens cap.
It's kind of, the lens is foggy.
So now we're waiting for a pickup. Looks like Taylor's foot is not doing too well. Probably being pinched in his boot, but it's caused some blue spots that could be frostbite. So we're gonna try to get back on one of these snowmobiles, or at least get Taylor back on one. So he's doing some negotiation. Hope for the best. Okay, so this is probably the prettiest part of the whole trip. We hit this little shortcut off a snowmobile path, and we're headed down a little canyon, and it's just gorgeous. But pretty good avalanche danger too, as you can see above us. David is right behind me. Let's see what he's up to. Looks like he fell.
Hey!
All right, so we're gonna head down that way. Oh, it's gorgeous. Taylor has already been medevaced out on the snowmobile, probably curled up in the warming hut about now. So we'll see how he's doing in a bit.
Stop and play games.
Go nuts, man.
Nuts, all right. I don't find more of that ice.
Awesome, you're doing great. Is it icy? Oh yeah.